Well, 300 seconds of pure meditation, absolutely beautiful. Good morning to each and every one of you all, and welcome to Bath Beach in the parish of St. John. A lot of sargassum up here, but today we've come with some friends and we're going to do a little bit of walking on the train line, showing you a little bit of that, just showing you a little bit of the friendship and the love that we're going to share and laughter, of course. We want to do this in live, but we can't do a section in live, so what we may do is we may go to live on the actual walk. All depends. We talk to the others and see what they think about it. Our plan was to go 4K right from where we started the walk and continue through. However, we've had to start it this morning right here because there's absolutely no signal whatsoever here. There will be no signal until we go around that corner there with the frogs, and that's where we should pick up the actual signal from the tower up on the hill by up there, Ocean Acres, where they have farm or rescue area for cats and dogs, etc. Beautiful, beautiful morning, absolutely stunning. I know we have some low clouds that we can't see the actual sun rising, but it's a stunning, stunning morning. I love the mystical view with all of this sea spray making it enhanced and stuff, and then the bands of gold up just above the actual lower cloud mass itself. Stunning, stunning morning, and also enhancing this golden madness here. A lot of people don't like sargassum, including me, sort of, like, really. I don't really know the purpose, but I'm sure there's a purpose for it. But check this crosswell coming across here. That's absolutely quite amazing. This is normally the area you would swim at in Bath if you came here right in front of the lifeguard hut. This would be known as the better area, or you can swim just between the actual shoreline. As you go into the water, the entire way up there is like a little trough that runs right along the shoreline itself. You can go in there and dip off if you would like, but this is the area where you can submerge yourself better. And of course, it all depends on sea conditions, and today would not be a day to do it because this sargassum is very, very dense, as you can see from building on some of the walls here. It's a beautiful, beautiful day in Barbados. What we can do is turn this way, go into our Serenity prayer, and then we're going to do a little bit of talking and stuff here as we're still waiting on some people that we have nicknamed the FD. We just leave it at that, FDers. I'm too ashamed to say anymore because they may tell me I can't put the video because they're going to talk nonsense. So FDers, you're late. That's all I can tell you, and that is sort of like appropriate for your name. So all right, so here we go. All right, Serenity prayer, please join us if you'd like to. All others, be back to you in a couple of moments time. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Beautiful, beautiful Bath Beach, and these are some of the people that we're walking with today that we've asked to come and join us, enjoy Serenity with us. But we're going to talk to some of the locals from the area. We're going to walk with him because he's a serious exercise man. I don't want to stop him from walking. As you can see, he has all of his poundage in his hand and some socks and stuff using sand. That would be a perfect way of doing it for sure. Good morning, brother. You good? Yes, my catch you here, man. We can talk with you, man. So you exercise every morning down here?
Yeah, 21 days now.
21 years?
21 days.
21 days? Well, congratulations to you, man. Well done, man. Well done.
I fight bass.
Right. Alright, and you increase your weights, or that's your weight you normally walk with every morning? You put a little more every day?
Yeah, sometimes.
Man, nice, man, nice. What's your name?
Yearwood.
What with you? Yearwood?
Yes.
Alright, you were telling me earlier on that.
They call me Bingy Man.
Bingy Man?
Yeah.
Alright, Bingy Man, I call you that for sure. I will forget your name later on, but I still call it for now.
All they call me Blue Waters.
Man, nice, man, nice.
You
So
know?
you do exercise and thanks for your love and your kindness, brother. You say you walk with us sometimes on Q in the community and stuff. You watch that with us too?
Yeah, I see.
Nice, man.
I see you there.
So you know it's all about love.
Yeah.
You know that. From the time you walk down here, you can feel it coming from you as well too, man.
My best beach.
Man, it's a beautiful beach. It's a beautiful beach.
Yeah, with 3 on 1.
Alright. Well, you enjoy yourself
Yeah.
and do your thing, brother.
Okay,
and we
brother.
catch you later, right?
Peace.
Cool. I got another brother here to talk to too because he doing some steps this morning, man.
Yeah,
Up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah, man.
This is something he do every morning or what?
Yeah, I start lately.
Right.
I had a pop good the skunk belly, so now we're gonna
I better come and join you on the morning and see you see instantly pop your belly drop off?
Yeah,
Alright,
pop
man.
good belly drop off.
Ah,
So
good
I'm
job,
off
man.
less now.
Good dog. You keep walking your energy, brother. Good to
Yes,
see you,
brother,
man.
yeah.
Nice to see you,
Yeah,
brother.
dude.
Alright, cool. Alright, and on to the people that we're here with. I don't want to call the name of the people that are not here the FDers. So what we'll do is we will just introduce who is here with us right now. I told him we couldn't call the actual name for the 2 people we're waiting on, but we'll call them the FDers. So I think they know what that is. That doesn't sound nice. It sounds better. Say foot draggers. Say it then. Say it. There,
Draggers aren't here.
Foot draggers not here. Okay, well, good morning. I guess you all already know trouble. We gotta come around to all the trouble bit by bit. I guess we get rid of the worst trouble in the beginning. So less trouble is over here. How are you? Right. Anybody knows the godmother? I'm glad to see you out this morning.
It's great to be up early.
I heard you coming all kind of excuses yesterday with your knee. Don't mind you. I see you doing twerking. I see you doing every dance floor, so the knee is not gonna work. So you're joining us today
I
for the
told
walk.
you, walking isn't so good, but dancing doesn't stop me.
Okay, well we just take our time with them here. And if you feel as though your knees are hurting you, put a little swing in your hip and neck. Then you ain't dance floor, you
brace
bit.
on. See, I take
Oh
care of
yeah, I
it.
see that.
Yeah.
Nice,
I
very
can walk
good.
now.
Awesome. Well, today, as you know, we have some very special friends with us. I don't know where the drivers are. We keep calling their names all the time until they get here, because that's why we call them. Man, no, well, you told us last time that we talked about coming out that you would like to go if we walk next time. So I don't have a very good memory for most things, but I remember
But
that.
you did, and I really appreciate
You're
that.
impressed?
I'm so impressed.
What do you think about that? I remembered. What do you think about that? That was a good one?
Jeanette, you're feeding him good, because
See.
your memory's good. You're feeding him right.
Oh, that's the thing. That's the only reason you're gonna make that comment. You ain't gonna tell me that you real fat. You ain't gonna say that to me today. I'll ask you how many months I am pregnant as you did last time.
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time
You
ago.
need the memory.
Okay.
Get the memory.
Yeah, I remember certain things though. I know. Lynette, thanks for joining us. This is better known as the godmother. That name was not our name. That was the name given by Trevor Gittins on YouTube. Calls you the godmother.
No, it's great to be here, and I'm glad to be up early for you. Some people will say that I don't like to get up early.
Well, they'll have to look at this here this morning and see
No,
that's
I'm
not
up
the
and
case.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Beautiful. Oh, whoa. Jason, how are you going, my brother?
Good, how are you?
I'm leaving the least problems or the least trouble for last. So that would mean you're not the least, okay?
thank you.
You're close, though. All right. All right, man. So we met Jason, I think it was 2 years ago, up at Surfers Bay. Jason and, just so I don't forget, Sue. I'm going to call you Sue because I spell her name wrong all the time. Jeanette told me just S-U-E will do. Yeah, so we met you all guys 2 years ago and we've watched your journey. And being able to watch your journey for the last 2 years has been quite remarkable because your sincereness and your genuineness and your determination, you see what it does to me. Goosebumps. That happens. That's when I'm passionate about something. That will happen quite often in talking to people, especially when I'm talking about people who've inspired me and impressed me, because you do inspire me and impress me. So
Thank you, Nick.
welcome to Barbados, brother. And we're going to get more in your program as we're doing a little bit more in the walk itself. But I'm just doing a quick introduction and sort of like stalling for the foot draggers. You heard for the foot draggers this morning?
I haven't.
Okay. I sent a message to them at 3:30 this morning. They responded saying, "Yeah, we'll see you shortly." Well, I'm not sure. I know they're tourists, or getting on like tourists, and not part-time Bajans, so they probably lost their way. Hopefully they'll be able to get GPS. I gave them it though. Alright, brother, we hope to see you soon. And now for the least trouble with the sunrise coming up behind her. How are you this morning?
I'm fantastic.
Alright, and you're Susan, better known as Sue to me now.
That's right.
Alright, and you and Jason have been together for how long?
8 years.
Congratulations on that. You're actually showing how long distance. Oh, that's so sweet. I love that. You're showing how long distance can work. Just keep yourselves, if you're in your heart, you're not alone, you're with the person all the time.
That's
So you all
right.
keep in regular contact with FaceTime and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we do that every day as well.
You do, right?
Yeah,
That's,
for sure.
Thank God for FaceTime.
Right.
Especially throughout COVID.
I thank God for you for giving Jason the support he needs. You can have the inspiration, and you can have the dedication, you can have the commitment, and you can have the vision of something beautiful, but you need your support. I know that because when I started walking this journey as the EMC gatherings, I had a lot of support from people who I never even knew. Hundreds of people all over the world used to come together every morning and we talk all day long, basically FaceTiming. That changed a bit because with the exit of COVID and stuff, we started to get back with people and talk to people directly. But it's beautiful to have you all in our lives. Thank you very much for being a part of it.
We're so happy
Sure.
to be here.
Beautiful. Thank you for coming out this morning. Who woke up first? So you or Jason?
Jason.
Good job, brother.
I was up till midnight.
You're up till midnight? I was up till about 10 last night. But I get up first in the morning anyhow because Jeannette doesn't get up.
And sipping room.
I heard that. I heard you all were at sipping room, and I was saying you all can send a pin for me to find you all this morning. And you already sipping room. I was a little concerned you sent me down to St. Lucie or something. Anyhow, we're here. We got you finally. And I noticed anybody has on a watch. I just want to check to see. It's now 6:30. 5:58. So the foot draggers are only 1/2 an hour late. They're not gonna be happy, but here we go. Look, while you're darker makers, enjoy some of this area at 4K, so you will be able to enjoy the actual sun and stuff just as we are right now. Hopefully, it is just stunning. Look at the reflections off of the sun. It is beautiful this morning. Right, so there's no signal here, as we mentioned earlier on. Can't do a live because there's no Wi-Fi at all. We'd have to go around by Mother Frog where we pick up the one from on top of the cliff. But what we can do right now is we can focus back here. I'll show you how this yammer here is left pot pillar, and he's now going to cost you less belly time. I'm gonna come and join you, brother. I need it terribly, man. Let me tell you, everybody telling me, boy, you fat boy, So good job, man. Keep it up all the time, right? This other guy that's walking here is your friend too?
Yeah.
So you and him start about the same time?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man.
We just talked about how you need somebody to support and back you. You can have all the ideas in the world, but you need to support and back in.
Yeah, man.
Anyhow, brother, you keep walking, do your walking. I can walk just in front, you want to take a picture from here, right? All right, I don't want to hold you back. You can see he doing enough walking, man. Got your weights and stuff. And my brother can be coming out here doing his own steps and stuff. Now, come on up, brother. Let me see everybody how hardcore you working now, man.
Hard.
Beautiful,
man.
man. I love that. All right, so just a bird's eye view kind of thing from here. You can see the Mount Sargassum. I remember 2015 was the first big year of Sargassum. I actually was brought down here on my birthday. I've crawled from Kermit's Bar. So hail up to all the crew at Kermit's Bar, my brothers and sisters who I have not seen for a long time. So I don't drink soft drinks anymore, so it's a little difficult to hang out in the bar all day long, but hopefully you'll come and join us as well. Who knows, I may pass and get some pickled shrimp or something on a Thursday. I think Kermit's is a pickle Thursday, okay? Anyhow, this is beautiful up here. As you can see, we brought you up to give you a little vantage point, get a little more reflections and stuff off the actual sun. Is that not just gorgeous? Even looking through these trees, man, you can use them as a natural bit of filtration and get a really good look up here. Is that not just stunning? Furthest landmass you see is not Ragged Point. As soon as you're on this sea level elevation, unless you're not up on Cherry Tree Hill or Farley Hill or any of those high areas, you would not see Ragged Point from here because you'll be blocked or your vision will be obscured by College Savannah that's up there. That is just off of Concept Bay. As you're working your way towards the southeast or the east, you will find College Savannah. That will be the furthest point there. If you're going to St. Mark's Church at any time and you look from St. Mark's Church, overall the residential area just directly down below you as you're looking towards the sea, you will see all of that section and that land from there right up to Ragged Point. Beautiful area to view it. I saw a car pulling here just now, so I'm hoping it's the foot draggers. Yes, it is the foot draggers, but they shall be here in a minute. I think I will go and get them because, as I said, we want to do a little bit of a live if we can, maybe for a couple of seconds, just to shout up everyone, and then we will continue with our vlog a little further down. We see how that goes. We're just going to keep rolling now. We do not plan, as you always know, we plan for anything. So as it shifts, as the plans shift, so does our itinerary. Alright, so down here does not have a Wi-Fi system, like most of the other big popular beaches that would have NCC facilities. This has all the facilities though, changing rooms, bathrooms, etc. right here. We don't have a Wi-Fi down here. I don't know if they ever do have one, but we've never picked it up, so I'm not sure if they actually do have one, but this is a perfect place for picnics and stuff because there's adequate parking, safe parking on the other side. They have a bar just right there, as you're seeing right in front of us in the center. That is usually open. I don't know what times it opens, so I'm not sure the schedule. And these are the washroom facilities, ladies and gents. And as you can see, even have their shower on the outside as well. So you can come here and spend the entire day. This is why Bath is so popular. Popular also because it has all of the benches and also has tons of shade all day long. Beautiful breeze. So you'll find down here being very, very popular still. Even when there's sargassum, people will still come here because the beach itself is cleaned regularly right up where we are. And until the sargassum starts to decay and smell a little bit, it's usually down here really, really beautiful. Let's see if we see these foot draggers. I'm going to go over here. I'm not going to call them foot draggers there yet. Well, we'll see when we get there. So, you see. Good morning. So, I start off by calling you the F deers. Jeanette said that sounded bad, so you're now known as the foot draggers officially.
You didn't tell us that the roads are closed.
So they're foot dragging number one. You didn't know the road was closed. Okay, sorry, my bad. I didn't know it was either.
We're coming from that direction, weren't
Yeah,
we?
yeah, yeah. So you had to go up. You had to go up Newcastle Hill and come right around.
Up and back down.
Right, well that's only about 10 minutes extra drive though, so you were really late anyhow.
So we're 10 minutes late.
10 minutes late. Yeah, they are right behind those doors, but I don't have keys for them. What you can do though is
Stop filming me.
yeah. Do you want me to come with you? How are you going, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Yeah,
all right,
you
so
too.
we've been down here like an hour filming because we can't get any signal here. There's absolutely no signal. Signal will start off the point down there by Mother Frog and stuff. So we thought we'd start here because of all these sargassum. You really can't walk the beach further up. So we hit the road and then we hop onto the path in a few minutes' time. If you not know who this is Mark, aka Joy with Mark.
Hello.
Yeah, good man. How are you going, brother? Thanks, a beautiful
Good,
video
glad
the
to
other
be
day.
here. It's
Yeah,
very pretty when you finally get here.
it's even prettier when you watch the sun rising, which would have been a little earlier.
Yeah. Well, it was cloudy though, so you wouldn't have seen it like just popping up over the
But
horizon.
yeah, you can watch the video after, or maybe you can watch
we
it then.
Can just watch it.
Trying to get his own back from you because of the birthday.
How are you going?
Still on about our dragging our foot.
Yeah, you're the foot draggers. I introduced you all as the F deers. Jeanette was very upset with that, said it sounded rude. So it was better to call you foot draggers. So Jeanette is the one who started calling you all foot draggers. And I thought it was very appropriate seeing you all are so early. Like, you're only about half an hour late. But I heard you had a detour that's for 10 minutes. You're really only 20 minutes late.
We've been driving.
In our defense,
In your defense,
we weren't given really good instructions.
you weren't. You were actually
And
given
the fact
pins.
that you were ahead of us
Yeah.
and didn't even notify us that there were road closures.
Well, we don't come from the west coast. We come from the south, so we wouldn't have known there were road closures. So just mentioning it, just saying. But I
you-
did
you
send you a
passed
pin.
them.
I actually sent you 2 pins. No, we didn't pass the road. No, we
Oh, where
didn't.
did you come
We came
from?
on Coach Hill the same way you would have come down eventually.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
Coming in that direction.
Have you rested your case, or you're still prosecuting?
And
So-
I'm not a foot dragger.
Okay, no, you
I'm not like tardiness.
Okay.
I've been very upset all the way here.
You're okay. You are.
This morning.
Okay.
You just didn't expect an hour
Yeah.
and a bit journey.
Even though
Right.
one is not feeling 100% chipper, I'm out of bed.
Oh man, I'm so sorry you're not
Messaged.
feeling well, man. I'm sorry about that, brother.
said me.
Oh, you. Oh, sorry. As you can see, she's a little bit fretty. All right, so that's the Joy, and this is of course the Mark as well. These are fellow videographers. I would say vloggers as well. Y'all do any live vlogs a lot, or just do a lot of videos
No,
and stuff?
we never really do any live vlogs.
Right, you're editing.
Sometimes, a lot of the times you haven't got a very good signal.
Correct.
We tried it in Bangkok and it was hopeless. Unless
Right.
we were like close to a shopping centre, we could pick up the Wi-Fi, but otherwise it's...
Yeah, down here is actually some pockets of good signal, and recently this bandwidth has been dropping out. I don't really know what's going on. Anyhow, we're here, so we can do it whatever we can. All right, so Jason is ready for his trek for sure. Today's video, we're going to show you when life throws challenges at you, how you rise to the occasion, and you combat the challenges, and you find yourself what your limitations are, operate within them. So today is a special day for us doing this vlog, not only because we're taking some really good friends with us walking, but also because we're going to show you why Jason says you don't give up, you continue. You don't matter what you do, you continue. Now, if you are in need of a prosthesis or you are looking for some information on it, please contact Jason. He's online. Jason, you name your foundation again, or what you're working on is a charity or whatever it is. Is it called? Sorry.
It's Mission Barbados.
Right. Okay.
And you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. It's been a journey.
Yes.
And here we are. And things are moving, doors are opening, and I'm so happy to be doing God's work.
Man, that's perfect, man. You know, your journey is very inspiring. I mentioned that briefly before, but it's really very inspiring because, you know, I get up in the morning and I have a limp, as you can see, and I've operated this since I was 20 years old, and it has not slowed me down at all. I know that I've learned how to kick my foot and how to take the kicks when I stump my toe. You know, as I'm sure you know, nobody's tripping and everything as well. But the thing is, boys, we don't let things slow us down, you know, and that's the beautiful thing about it, really. Get up and go. First of all, you need to secure your foundation. So you look for people who are genuine, who are kind and caring, and who have the same journey, basically, because you can't be conflicting in journeys. You can't have a positive and negative because they're destined on a trap. So, so you need to have positive and positive. So you source your support and foundation. You have yours, not only in Sue, but in everyone around you. I know Mark and Joy are very, very close with you as well. Maybe if I say Joy with Mark is very close with you before I call the names back to Frank, because she's already in a bad mood with me and Jeanette. But
Ready?
yeah, she said that we didn't tell her about the diversions. We didn't have any diversions. And she said that the diversions made her late. But the diversions from Bashba up over Newcastle Hill and back down is 10 minutes. And they're only 30 minutes late. So fashionably, they're 20 minutes late, which is Beijing.
Yeah, there you go.
So, have you quarreled with Jeanette yet for calling you a foot dragger? You're not talking to me this morning though, Joy. This is very, very bad. Really, I'm going to have to definitely work my way around to catch you on film.
Not call me a foot dragger
She did.
in my face,
She
so-
did. Oh, she didn't.
No.
Okay, well, it's on film. I have it on film for you, so you can see it later on. If you doubt it, you'll see. FD sounded fine.
Look at the seas.
Okay, so we call you foot draggers, and everybody understands. But don't worry about it. It's fine. You're Bajan by birth.
You know what?
Are you Bajan by birth?
I was born in England.
But you have Bajan heritage?
Yes, I do.
Alright, so you've taken the Bajan timing, which is usually like 20 minutes and 30
I
minutes
am not
late.
going to take that. I want this to become a court case.
This will become a court case.
Yes, it
okay.
will.
Okay.
And I think the fact that I've been so excited about this, you've dampened my spirits now.
Well, it gives you a chance to build
and
it.
you said about sharing love, and
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
feeling the love.
You're not feeling love?
No, I'm
so the
not.
attention I'm paying you doesn't feel like love?
No, that's
Well, I
not
paid this
sharing love.
attention to Jeanette all the
And
time. She married me.
I feel very joyous and glorious, so I am not going to fight back. I'm
Alright, so
rising above it.
she's living up to her name today. Don't mind she's gritting her teeth every few seconds,
No,
as you
I'm
can
not
clearly
actually.
see.
I'm not.
And she refused for me to take her out to show where she could go.
I expected that from you.
Oh, thank you. That's great. Okay.
You live up to your standards.
Alright, so we're going to do a walk in this direction, but let's go up the road because there's a lot of sargassum here and it's going to be pretty mucky a little further on. And then we can come back down with Mother Frog. That's cool with you all?
Yes.
Alright, wonderful. Alright, so let's go in this direction here. Jeanette will lead the way. Alright, so what we'll do is we're going to take you on a little walk now with our family and friends and loved ones because it's a beautiful, beautiful morning in Barbados. As you can see, I've harassed the godmother already about her twerking with a bad knee. Harassed Sue, I've harassed Jason, I've harassed Joy, I've harassed Mark for sure. I've definitely harassed Jeanette from 3:15 this morning, so we cannot make our way. Look, I love, you all see how this water is coming across here, hitting and coming across here like a fan? Have you watched that just now? Well, it may do it now. Let's have a look and see if it will do it now. I love it. It's actually going up in the air like a spray. Alright, so we are going to be trekking you all to the world's, well, it's actually second biggest. It's bigger than Niagara, the waterfall out here, but it's known as the world's biggest waterfall by us at least, so we've named it that. You live in St. John, godmother?
Actually, no, I live in Fortescue, which is like...
You mean St. John? You mean right up there at the area by College Savannah?
Right, College Savannah.
And you don't know Bath? You've never seen this this waterfall?
I haven't seen the waterfall.
Wait. You're about to quarrel me and tell me, yes, of course you've seen Bath.
No. I know Bath, but not the waterfall. I've never seen the waterfall.
Well, we're going to show you it. Come. Let's go this way, look. Let's go this way. Follow us. Alright, so we were talking about the good... Wait. You all were out partying last night after midnight?
I wasn't out.
Where?
I was working. Sue and out.
Oh!
I had work to do.
Oh, so Sue was the party person.
Yes.
And she was the first up this morning? Or second?
No, I was up.
Oh, good job, Jason. Thanks for waking her up for me. I had someone up too because I messaged them and they said to me, see you very soon. But I don't know what happened.
God.
I don't know if they went via South Coast to get here.
I got the same message.
Gosh.
All right, so.
Going to be fisticuffs.
All right, so as you can see, a beautiful big car park.
Here now.
Oh boy, let me hear you. Where are you going though? You're going the wrong way though. We're going this way. You go this way, come.
People have big
Let's go this way.
big tyres.
Yeah. So did you all come down? Did you all come down Coach Hill or did you all come down the spring by Pot Spring? You don't know? Did you come down an official road coming down or you came on a very rough road? Rough road? You came up with the spring then?
Roads, down rough roads.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're driving in Barbados. Anyway, that doesn't really tell anybody where you were, to be honest with you. All right. So Bath has changed a lot over the years. Majority of the homes. Sorry?
Some of the roads are completely broken away.
Yeah.
And just a little bit to get through, like part dirt, part tarmac.
So really difficult to get by. All right. Perfect, man. Perfect. All right. Sorry, didn't film them. All right, so Bath has remained very traditional. Unlike Cattle Wash and Bashaba, where it started to develop and get huge buildings at them, which is a sad thing for us to see, or for me to see anyhow. Bath has remained pretty much the same, has its old iconic bathhouses. You're going to find these beach houses from here right up the entire way, one after the other. On either side of the park they start. Quite beautiful, just beautiful and serene as it's supposed to be. Absolutely stunning. All right, so this area here, there are falling rocks. So if you all hear something coming from your left, just look for it and run, okay? All right, okay, cool. All right, there's usually a sign right here that says, do not stop between these points because they're falling rocks. But I love how they put these sleeping policemen on either side, and then they tell you don't stop here, but these sleeping policemen. But as you can see, the hills up here, a lot of rocks have come out the hills. This one here for one, and there are also many others. You can see this has come after the gable has been done. It's actually leaning on the gable itself, so it would have stopped on its roll. It's beautiful, but the mat of gold.
The mat of
Yeah, we have to look at the good side of everything, and you can see it's a beautiful golden mat this morning. I remember when I was a little boy, that wasn't long ago, because I'm a young fella, as everybody knows. What are you laughing at? Why are you laughing though? Seriously? All right, okay. I remember as a young boy going up in these hills here and skating down years and years ago. Not too often, but we did it for sure. Had a good time down here. This entire road was in risk at one time. They had to put the gables and redo the entire road. They took this place as being a serious venue for people to come over, a recreational venue. So what they actually did is they made the roads wide enough that you can park on the left or on the right and still get through. So when you find down here in a bank holiday, you'll find massive picnics going on in this general area here. A lot of bee buses, all types of buses and vehicles will be bringing people down here. Usually in summer, down here is a massive crowd. However, since 2015, there has been a big build-up of sargassum, and therefore it's been a little bit difficult for people to come down here. Look at this here, I just want to show you. She's holding my hand. I'm so happy. I love when I give you trouble that you hold my hand. That's so beautiful. Are you okay this morning? You all right now? Okay, so the foot dragger's up front. She's not too happy with that name at all. But you know it is. You know, you have to find nicknames of people sometimes that they're not too comfortable and happy with. But anyhow, beautiful Bath. We're going to be in on the train line in a couple of seconds. We had wanted to do a live this morning to start the sunrise, but as I said, there was no signal. Signal starts from just around the corner. We're not going to disrupt this 4K. We're going to be going right down just to Congo Bay as the intended plan. We'll see how we get through though. Jason is going to see how he gets through and stuff. Remember, we want to highlight how when you face the challenges, you can find ways to deal with them. Jason's going to be a sterling example of that this morning, an inspiration for us all for sure. All right, let me talk a little bit of seriousness, mix up a lot of nonsense so they wouldn't know what I'm talking about. Let's see if you can see it. All right, so over on your right hand side, not the house, but that metal object you've seen there in the grape trees is actually a piece of a satellite. If you go on it, you'll see the markings on it, seriously, not a joke.
you mean from up in the sky?
Yeah, that's usually where they come from, yeah. Usually. So as you can see, the markings are on it, and you can go back and check. This is many years ago, many moons ago, this actually came up here. But you can see all these space markings and stuff on it. You can actually research it yourself, and you will see as well. So it's quite interesting.
Is this where it landed or it's been washed?
It actually landed here. Yeah. All right, and this house, I love this area. This is what Jeannette calls her trophies or her treasures. Anything you find on a beach that you can utilize. You can see how many different flotations that they've put up here and stuff. I just love this tree. Every time we come here, we make sure to highlight it as well, because everything here is what you would call junk. Trash, stuff that's just washing up on the beach has been discarded or has dropped off of boats while they were passing. So I love these tree ornaments, absolutely beautiful. Let's see. It's quite interesting. I love it. So I know for sure Mark's going to have up some stuff as well. So we'll give you a link to his stuff that he puts up when he gets stuff. So you will also see his great editing. We're all on journeys. We're just on different paths, but going towards the similar kind of light. So when I say that is that they do a lot of editing, a lot of 4K videos where we do a lot of lives, somewhat different. You know, we do step by step. That is what you're going to be doing with us, walking step by step.
Go to the, a little more, go higher.
Yeah, great.
Actually, go that way a little bit. Up, a little bit more, up. Go this way a little bit. Right there. A little bit, right there.
You can't walk into somebody's property. This place has cameras all about it and then. Well. Great job. All right, so that's a little piece of education for you. That's the only seriousness for the day you get from me. But quite interesting actually. It's broken down a little bit to what it used to look like. I don't remember seeing all these cracks and pieces missing on it and stuff, but it is deteriorated for sure. Yeah, but very, very interesting, you know. Quite interesting. A lot of people don't realize that stuff does drop here. All right, so we're going to make our way now down to the biggest waterfall in the world. It is known as the biggest waterfall in the world. If you've never seen the waterfall at Bath Beach, it's actually bigger. When Canada and United States jointly said that they had Niagara Falls, we brought them and showed them Bath waterfall, and they thought they were just dealing with a stream up there in Canada and the States now. So after this one, so we'll show you that in a minute. But I love Jeannette calls them trophies and treasures. All the floats and everything, because what you find in the beach a lot of people discard, but they're actually quite beautiful. Our entire Christmas tree is built out of wood that Jeannette found on the beach. Took us a year to accumulate it, picking out little pieces at every different location. Yeah, well, it was up online last year, but I will send it for you. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You okay?
Yep.
Okay, wonderful.
I'm good.
All right, okay. All right, so if you have Bajan heritage, you would know that all down here is bush area, so you'll be fine.
Bush, yes.
Yeah. You're very welcome. I didn't mean to display it publicly, but you're okay now. Sorry. Boy, this is bare fun. All right. I looking for that. I like that. You do your thing. I love it. Trust me. I love it. Oh no. The lots are growing. Just in case she does. I want you to see the move. Alright, so this is not a thoroughfare road, this is a dead end. So when you're coming over here, you would be going down in one of these homes or coming to the biggest waterfall in the world. This whole bridge has been redone and reinforced and stuff. It had broken off terribly and they put on the outside sections. But this is where the waterfall runs down from, so we're going to take them up, show them that, and then we're going to continue. Yeah, we're almost there. You all may not be able to hear it over the sea at the moment.
Okay.
All right, beautiful beach houses. In summer, you're going to find all of these. What, drum roll? Not yet. We're almost there though, but you could roll it as soon as you're ready. All right, so down here, you'll find these homes in summer especially. And Easter as well, but mainly summer. You find all of these homes here with folks in them. These are sort of like retreats. Okay, we're just going right up here just a little bit. Obviously, if it's a waterfall, it has to come from uphill, so we're just going to climb a little bit here, not too far. And this is showing you the expressions on these. You see the biggest waterfall in the world. This should be a lot of fun. Alright, so as you all see, I'm in a good mood this morning. Years ago, we used to drive down here as well. This is sort of like only horses go on this here or pedestrians. Now, this goes up to what was the Earth Station for Cable and Wireless years ago with the 120-foot dish. And this is the biggest waterfall in the world. Here we go. Bath waterfall. Bigger, of course, than Niagara Falls, as you can clearly see. Yeah, this is it. So, in case In case none of you all have ever seen it before, this is the actual area that you'll hear a lot of people coming to in Bath to cool out and relax and stuff. I don't go any pool, but I know a lot of people do swim in it. But it's quite interesting. The artwork and stuff around here is quite nice. I see they'll have a trash bag here hanging. Hopefully it'll be moved later on. But paradise is a state of mind. Actually, I barely made that out, but I'm glad I read it actually. And I'm glad to see that the conduit or the PVC tubing they had up there has come down, because that's a piece of it there. They had it coming out of there, which really changed it from its natural state. I want everyone who is watching this to take note of how Jason is moving around, because today our video is going to be concentrating a lot on that, because we want people not to give up. We want people to understand that because you're challenged, you can find your way around challenges and stuff. So this is a way that for us to inspire people of how to move on and stuff. I had to say, brilliantly done, brother. Perfect demonstration, man. Perfect.
Thank you.
All right. So everyone should take note of this sign. You all may not be able to read. I'll read it for you because I'm the greatest reader around. It's called Paradise is a State of Mind. All right? Paradise is a state of mind. So you can have your paradise no matter where you go. Godmother, are you awake yet?
I am very much awake,
So-
and I'm in awe of Niagara.
What do you think about it? It's bigger than Niagara, isn't it? It's more beautiful. Quite amazing.
Awesome.
Niagara don't have these beautiful paintings and stuff around it, you know. So just want to show you it, just to make sure you will see it as well.
Look, we need the lights though. Like
You need, like,
Niagara, the lights.
Yeah, well, see, that's when you commercialize it, but we want to leave it as natural as it is, you know. But it's a very, very popular spot for picnickers and stuff. Come and hang out all the areas around here as well. Yeah, a beautiful, big waterfall. Let me see if I can get some impressions of these people over here. So, what do you think of this massive waterfall? Are you impressed?
I heard that if we look carefully, that you came earlier and pumped some water. And
You're dissing our waterfall? You're dissing our natural springs up at Bath?
no.
Oh, okay.
No, I have said I'm not. But I was informed that normally it's a little trickle to the left.
Yeah.
But today it's putting on a show for
Well,
us.
we had some rains and stuff last week and things, so we're getting some really good flow here at the moment. Yeah, it's absolutely stunning, really beautiful. If you like, when you come down in here, sometimes you'll find no one, and the Serenity down here is absolutely breathtaking.
Yeah.
No matter what time of day, because it's pretty sheltered throughout the day from shade and stuff, you know. Really beautiful. Wait, you yell at Jason all the time?
All the time.
All the time? Mario, listen.
Yelling.
So,
and it's getting her nowhere.
so, wait,
She's learning
hold on,
not
though.
to yell anymore.
Hold on.
We just
Listen.
Yeah, all right, so you know, be careful on those because the moss and stuff up there. If you're going to fall, just call me. I don't want to miss it. All right, if that's your intention, just take your time. Wow. So as we said, this is what we brought Jason, and we asked Jason and Godmother and Mark and Joy and Susan to join us today because we want to walk with them in the Serenity. However, as I told Jason this morning on the way over, we're going to be doing a lot of emphasis on him moving through these areas, because today is an inspirational video, and watching Jason doing what he's doing will inspire a lot of people. Whether they're waiting on a process, at least it will give them the understanding that there is something beyond where they are at the moment, you know. So this is a beautiful thing. Jason, I noticed you're doing some hop, skipping and jumping. You know, we got a long trek ahead of us. You know, if you're going to burn out your energy now, you know Susan's gonna have to lift you, so you can make up your mind what you're doing.
I'm like the Energizer Bunny.
Yeah, man,
keep
I realize
going.
that. I realize that, man. You were telling me that this morning.
I take the power from my surroundings, nature.
Beautiful.
I just keep charging.
I love that for sure. All right, so you see the guttering that has come off. That was originally up there. Well, not originally, but up to last year, that was up on top of there, which actually spoilt this waterway from being natural. Thank goodness it's dropped down. I was actually thinking to pull it down, but I don't need to do it anymore. Yeah.
Where does it? Where's the origin? Where's
From
the source?
Bath Plantation, just up the hill by the mill wall. Just behind that, there's a spring on the plantation itself. Yeah, and then there's the other pothole spring that's just over, a little over on the right hand side as you go further over towards the John's Church. All right, so we're gonna move on again. Let's go. Yeah, so Susan shouted at him. He came back here and he's got some love, and it's time to go again. As I was telling everyone, man, it seems as though all the ladies just shout at us all the time. I get shouted at morning, noon and night, but at least I get directions. Do this, do that, do this, do that, and I follow that to suit. So at the end of the day have done something constructive. Or are you going, Mark? You right? So when you're left alone, are you like me that doesn't know what to do because there are no orders to tell us what to do, or you're the kind of guy that will find your own thing? Oh yeah, okay. You're being real smart. Talk about politically correct, especially when he's been overheard. In case you do not know, Joy has some incredible ears. I've said a lot of stuff behind her back, but I've watched her reactions and I realized that she's heard every one of them. So that's fine. All right, so the earth station you're asking about is up this hill here, right?
Yeah, we saw it coming.
Oh, you saw it coming?
Yeah.
All right, beautiful.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go take a look.
All right. Yeah, you will give us some footage of that later on, I'm sure.
Definitely.
All right, so this is the route that we used to drive in and out of Bath at for a long time, but now, as I said, is all overgrown and stuff, and it's only used by horses and cyclists and people walking, of course. All right, so back down the road again. This is not going to be a short video. It's going to be a long video, but we want you to enjoy the morning with us. As I said, it's all about friendship and love, kindness and care. And this is actually one of our first official walks. That's a nice staff, brother. Nice job, man. Good job. Beautiful. All right, so we're actually going to now start at, all this area here is where the train used to run, of course, but we're going on to what is commonly referred to as the train line now. There's a train line that runs all up through the centre of the island, up to the crane, and then across before the skew and around this area, straight down along through Congo Bay, Martins Bay, down through Glenburnie, and through Bashaba, along the east coast, Scalawash, and into Belplain. That's where it used to turn around and come back out. There's an annual walk called the Train Line Walk every year, where a massive amount of people gather in Bridgetown and do the entire walk down into St. Andrew, Belplain and St. Andrew, and then go the way back. All right, so wait, look at another word for our foot draggers. Look, they've got a house down here named after you all. Look, right here, look, check it. Look, see? This is how you make friends, by the way. See? It says Joy with Mark. There you go. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're right. Somebody's in there. That's fine. No problem at all. So this is one of the beach houses here. You. No, everybody says that a person with the name of Joy always smiles, but as you can see, that is clearly not the case. Yeah, a little bit. I was coming close a little bit, sure, but you can see. Wait, she does. By the way, she does Billy Blanks. I understand. She is a Taibo person, so yeah, we're gonna keep an eye out. Not so Mark is text about every time she comes close. So, as you know, we started at sunrise out here because there is a signal from right on that flat plateau that you're getting from the other tower. But we're gonna go in this direction now. All right, so y'all are ready? Our walk has not started yet, by the way. Just say. All right, remember where we're going, we're coming back from. So if you just in your mind focus that we have to return the same way, so we don't have to go to wherever the end or anything like that. We're just taking our time going down. Godmother, you're good?
Feel great.
All right, you're looking right, buddy. You're well staffed for the situation. Yeah, I like that. I like that for sure. All right, so this is where we're going to start to make our way into the train line. There are a lot of vantage points for photography between here and where we're going. So we may be doing some moves off of the actual line itself. All right, here we go. This is our posse. We're doing well. Jason, just keep walking the line, brother. Everything will be fine. I want to make sure I catch everybody in the before and the ending phases of today. Everybody's breathing well, mouths closed, inhaling through their nose. Good job. I guess I may not be the most popular person on this path today, but that is fine. All right, so the bathhouse at Bath itself is no longer functioning as a retreat where you can go and do some hiking and kayaking, etc., etc., etc. However, a lot of hikers are still on this route, the Barbados Cycling Association and other hikers. So they have different routes marked out in different colors. So you will see some in a varying color going off to our left up into the hills. In general, everyone pretty much stays on the main path. However, a lot of people have explored this main path numerous times and will come back bit by bit. But today is going to be a day of breathtaking photos, and I know for sure you're going to get some more footage from Joy and Mark later on for sure. Just take your time, folks. These leaves here can throw you down quite easily, especially if they have any moisture in them, so just be wary. As you can see, we have some fancy 2x2s out this morning. We have a couple of 4x4s as well. Yep. Yes, it's beautiful. It is absolutely stunning. I'm glad you've got a little surf as well to show you the character of down here and the power of down here. I'm just going to step behind you. I really got you as a terrible person, huh? Stunning. Just beautiful. All right, so we're going to make a little traction further on. Got a little bit of wetness coming up, guys, so just be careful. Step well and cautiously. If you all see me fall, don't step where I step, basically. You're what you're gonna call a really good coach on the situation. All right, so this track here goes down behind some other steps. We're not me taking this one here, but you can walk along here. If anybody wants a shortcut, so Vantage points are all there, but we're just gonna say the main track for now. All right, too much bush, yeah. I like going down there, but if I'm going to do photography and stuff, you know, I like to do that. So this is the path that you will find or have found me on at 5:15 and 5:30 before the sun comes up. I'll be walking these paths because I will generally walk and start from Congo Bay and make my way back. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. It's beautiful. Let me just warn about the routes because there are quite a few routes to come across. Just be wary, just be wary of the roots and also of any vines that may be coming across. So as you can see, Godmother is setting the pace. If you do not know her real name, it's Lynette. You can call her Godmother though. She's setting the pace here, she's styling. So we talked about different colors, so it depends on who you're hiking with or what route you're taking, the different ways.
I know what's setting the pace.
Oh, they call webs. Oh, you should see the 4Ks of me out here beating them with a stick. Beautiful, beautiful. So the path that we saw just now, they went through the bushes. Again, another color. Went through the bushes, would come back up through this area here. This is the other path that we could have taken, but it's a little bit challenging and some roots and bush hanging over. One of the support struts for the original railway that used to run through here. This is one of these struts that were here. So you can appreciate how much land is gone because you can see some of these struts over there as well. So support areas. We get more and more of these as we walk and give you an understanding. So last time we walked here in October when I was doing a 4K resolution from Congo Bay to Bath. This was not cut back. We were pushing back bush the entire way, especially from Congo Bay to Martins Bay. We're doing a lot of pushing back a bush, but as you can see, it's cut back now because it's coming into summer and they've had a lot of hikers, especially over the winter season, what you would refer to as winter season. We call it here as the visitor season or tourist season. They would have cut this all back because a lot of people would have hiked with the organized groups, and also the organized groups will be out in their force now doing a lot of hikes as summer comes up, school programs and incentive programs, etc. Remember, there are little tracks that lead off all over. You can get onto little beaches out here as well, so we won't be taking in too many of them. What we're doing is basically just carrying on a main hike so you can see what it's like, and we get some of our walkers with us as they're coming through. You're still good? Check in. Still good. Still good. Looking fresh and smart. Yes, looking lovely. Yes, you can go in the bush in a little while if you like. Anyway, everybody's looking good. Oh, what I was talking about, going up and adventuring into the bushes up in the hills, Joy. Well. Oh, she's running for the cobwebs. She's frightened for the cobwebs.
Oh yeah, it's a horrible feeling.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Especially, it's alright when the spiders got your leg and hang, they're fine. Or up your neck and into your shirt and stuff.
Go ahead, Nick.
Oh, go ahead? Okay.
Yes, we're catching cobwebs.
Oh my goodness. Look, oh, see all sending Jason into the cobwebs.
Yes.
Good stuff.
That's what this is for.
Yeah, good job, man. Last time I was there, I had to get a stick and beat them before I went through it. If not, it would be all over your lens and stuff. Alright, so wood ants, something you'll find a lot in Barbados. There's actually a wood ant's nest that's dropped off of the tree itself. Whoa. You'll find these going up. You'll find the trails that lead up to them on the right here, as you can see them leading their way up. And then that would have dropped off or got knocked off. At this point here, you can actually see where the trail is broken. So that would have got dislodged for sure by some of the walkers in these areas. Beautiful. Remember, down here you can also find manchineel as well. Manchineel trees are also over here. What's up, brother? Man, you out hiking early, man. Man, give me a knot there, mama, brother. You're from St. John?
Yeah, Martins Bay.
So you walk Martins Bay to Bath or Consett you going today?
I'm going to Consett.
So you got to go inland over that big hill? Up to Consett?
Yeah.
So you, at low tide, can they get from Consett to Bath on the lower section?
Yeah, on the beach, yeah.
But you still get your feet wet though?
Well, it depends on how much dirty cement.
And also if the sand is shifted too?
Yeah.
Because the sand shifts up in there, no?
There's only one particular point out there that's around the chalk there that
right.
got water. Like
right.
See. But after the sea dry down, right?
Mhm.
Around there be dry and good. You can walk free. You ain't gotta
Nice,
worry about
man.
your shoes getting wet.
Nice. That's perfect, man. We enjoy it. You do this every morning, or?
No, I got a board up car, so they're going to check it. But I see a bit hard.
Yeah, I realize that. My brother, have a
Yeah.
good day, man.
You too,
All right,
man.
and I
Okay.
share the love all around. All right, thanks, man. All right, onward we shall go. Again, you got to be careful of the different coral heads and stuff out here. These are not going to move, so don't go kicking at them. You see Jason is making his tracks. This is one of the beaches that you can actually go down on. It's quite beautiful. We've done some photos and also some videos down here as well, but I'll show you. That's the path. I'm just gonna. This is what I like to see. I like to see people really appreciating and taking time out to capture some of the beauty and serenity. You could come through, my dear. Come through, baby, 'cause I know you haven't seen out there yet. So this is going to be a beautiful, beautiful walk. As I said, we're not rushing it. We haven't really started the real in-depth walk yet. We've started to see what it's going to look like, but this is it really hasn't started fully yet. You've got to be careful down here though. Sometimes you can get leaves like the great tree leaf or great bush leaf, sorry for the bad pronunciation, or you can also get some almond, which you can also see there's almond down in here. So sometimes these roots can be covered by dense falling of leaves and stuff. So just be careful when you're coming down here. You see the almond here as well. If you've never seen an almond before, this is what the almond nut comes from. We actually as kids used to turn these on their blade edge when they're ripe, which these are, because you can feel them as well. They're not soft or anything or wet. And you crack it and it will break it right open and expose the nut as well. So you're familiar with the almonds and stuff?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. So as a little kid, you turn them on your side, brought them and ate the almonds as well.
Yes.
Beautiful, isn't it lovely? Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, pretty. All right, so all these little sections have little footpaths that you can go through and do some photos and stuff. It's just stunning out here. Remember, conditions out here, I would definitely we would not recommend doing them when it's wet. Because as you can see, all these angles here that you'll be walking on when it's wet is actually based a lot. This is clay and this mud as well. Very, very slippery, clogs up all your tracks on your shoes and stuff. Very easy to fall in some of these areas, so just be very, very careful. You okay? Want a hand or you're right? Okay. Let me just make sure. I know we got some toughies with us today on the walk, so yeah, it's nice to be able to pick on someone today, Joy. So I guess you are.
I know. I think it's because my name is the shortest and you find it easier.
Well, I actually think your personality is it. Because when you can annoy someone and are so animated about it, I love it. That's perfect, perfect. You can hear she's not just animated, but her laugh is a true Bajan belly laugh. So maybe not born in Barbados, but from Bajan heritage for sure. She's acquired the belly laughter. I know. All right, so you see how much depletion. When I first started walking these routes here 30 plus years ago, 40 years ago, there was actually all out there would have been soil. And all out there would have had trees. All those trees would have been in soil that has dropped down. There's actually a whole cliff has slipped down with them. But all over there would be soil. And just over here you'll see the beginning remnants of the railway lines. Yeah, Jason, man. Jason, that is a manchineel tree. You don't want to be touching up that bark too much. You can get blisters. If you doubt me, have a seat on it. So, just be wary. This is the manchineel tree. Although there are no berries on it, if you do break the bark or if you break a branch or anything like that, the sap can blister you. So just be very, very careful. As you can see, there are quite a few of them out here now. Yeah. Don't worry, your polo shirt's not going anywhere. She's laying claim to it. Yeah.
No, I'm holding him.
Beautiful. Alright, so check out agile and thing he is. Absolutely perfect. Perfect demonstration. So to give you all an understanding, so we thought all the soil being missing in this area, there are railway lines out there in the water. That is where the railway used to come over. So all the land in that area would have been eaten out from the railway days. Yeah. Definitely a lot of slippage in this area, a lot of land loss. Last time we came around here, none of this slippage had occurred. You can see the fresh slippage here compared to the last time we were here 6 months ago. Because the last time we did this was in October, so 6 months can make a huge difference on this coastline for sure. So just be careful as you're walking. Remember, it's better to hold on to, even if it's a manchineel, it's better to hold on to a limb and work your way around the area rather than be brave and slip off. Although these areas don't look like a lot of fall, if you do fall from these areas, it's going to be very, very painful. You can see more and more of these sod stones, again, from more supporting struts of the railway line. These are all gone now. This entire landmass would have dropped. You can see where the actual railway used to run in that general area. You can actually see the reinforced sod stones up there as well, where it's a bridge. Quite beautiful. All right, Jason, this is a challenge. Let me see how you do this one here, brother. All right, so this has been rebuilt numerous times. Remember, this route is also used by mountain bike riders and sometimes motocross riders as well. I've seen some motocross riders on these routes as well, but just be careful. Be careful of some wood as that go, right? All right, so I'm gonna get down here quick and show you why Jason is telling you all, don't give up and don't stop doing what you're doing. You know, a lot of people have said, well, that's a really dangerous and tricky way to go. But Jason is showing us, and everybody else here is showing us how easy it actually can be. You want a hand or you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, okay, cool, brother. Do your thing. Nice. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I hear the people in the back there, they're doing their footage and stuff, accumulating their videos and things, which is great. And you can hear her laughing the whole way through. She's obviously giving Mark a lot of trouble. Mark, I'm sorry, man. I feel sorry for you. Let me make sure that my beautiful lady gets over here comfortably without any problems. Take your time for me, baby. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, you come on down. You come on down. You're good to go. You good? Careful.
Oh my goodness.
So if you were coming across here and it was wet, you'd be coming down here with clay and mud in your shoes. So you understand why we do not tell you. We do not tell you to come into these areas here if it's wet. Oh, you don't have to hold my hand. Let me give you a hand. Okay. Let me make sure that if you go down, I get this footage, because you refused my hand. I don't know why you're so upset with me.
I'm not upset with you. I have to empower myself and do this.
All right, so Mark, you are way back. So just mention it briefly. Railway support. So that's where the railway used to run. That will tell you how much land has gone from out here. You can actually see the support bridging area there as well. So it may have had a little bit of water, but all this land from here is gone. All the tree mass that was here are now gone as well, too, as you can see. So you'll see all of the angles on here. This is why we tell you, do not come out here when it's wet. If you do, be really, really strong and be very, very, balanced. Very strong balance, because this is all clay and mud mix. And as you can see, it is very, very slippery. Extremely slippery. It's beautiful to be able to catch these folks. So we have already done this walk. I've never done this walk with anyone before. It's usually just myself alone. Jeannette, I usually don't bring on this either because of, as you can see, seclusion and the laid-back areas. Isn't it beautiful? Stunning, absolutely stunning. So this will be, I would consider this as being the second easiest leg on the train line, or second most makeable leg, because the first easiest one I would think would be Glen Burnie, going to Tent Bay. That would be probably the easier of them. This would be the next one, and then you start working our way back, and say from Congo Bay to Martin's Bay would be more difficult, and then the most difficult of all would be Martin's Bay to Glen Burnie, and that is because of the terrain and all the slippage and stuff. Very tacky mud conditions, so just be careful. So we haven't, as I said, we barely just started to scratch the surface. We are only planning to go as far as Congo Bay today. That's the intention. We may not get that far, but we are planning to go in that direction. But as you can see, there are a lot of tracks and paths and hikers' routes that go off into the hill on the left and right. So you'll really be able to take in all this countryside area as well. I just want to make sure we can capture these coming across here, so be careful with them. All right, so again, you might get some big crabs in these areas, so be careful as well of the crab holes. If you're going off of the route, especially between here and Bashaba, if you're going off of the route, we highly recommend you be extremely careful and test where you're going, because there are some massive crab holes further along the routes, just off the routes. This is a tiny one in comparison to what you can find. So a lot are going to be a lot bigger that can be actually hidden under the grass and stuff. So if you're veering off of the route out here, please exercise absolute caution. It is critical you exercise caution. All right, this is coming up to a beautiful, beautiful area. You could see the other little paths that go off. You're familiar probably with this beach area as well from before if you have watched our vlogs, because we have been on this beach a couple of times, done a lot of photos down this young area. Just a stunning, stunning, stunning location for sure. Let's have a look, see how our trackers are going. We don't want to be too fast for them. Want to make sure to take our time. So you've never been out here before?
I've never come across.
Isn't this quite beautiful?
It's absolutely gorgeous.
You know, there's so many Bajans that have never been on train line or in many areas that we cover, so it's so beautiful to be able to bring, not only to bring people here, but actually to show it, you know, it's quite beautiful.
Lovely, just lovely.
Yep,
And
yep.
It's a great time of day for here.
Yeah, this is perfect. It's cool too, because later on it gets really hot. All right, so we're gonna make our way down here. Remember, this is another beach you can go on to. There are a lot of little pockets all over that you can go into if you want. This is just one of them here. As you can see how many trees have fallen. You can see where these trees were originally and how many have gone down. Last time we were here, that was put up. The guys put these out here at an angle, sort of like a little teepee angle. So if there's rain and stuff and they're fishing, they have somewhere they can shelter. But I'm not sure where that's being thrown down there. But again, we're seeing a lot of movement of coastline out here along the cliff area. A lot of people want to know why there's so many rocks and stuff over on these beaches as well, because under here at certain times of year, or you can be covered by sand. But the reason is because all these rocks are coming out of this same cliff area that's getting decayed and stuff. You can see how the whole cliff is made up of mud and clay and silt and sand. So as the sea comes in and starts like pulls away the actual cliff area, that's why all these rocks are down here. So from here right through Martins Bay, there are very few areas you'll actually see sand because of all of the erosion bringing the rocks down off the cliffs onto the beach itself. That's why they're so rocky, quite beautiful. Beautiful areas. See how beautiful it is? Lovely, huh? Lovely, lovely. Let me ask you. What do you think about here so far? It's beautiful and serene, or yeah, nice and different. I'm happy you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
You're still a little tired?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go and tease Joy a little bit then, because she doesn't look too tired. Hey, Joy!
Here we come.
Give me a feedback
There
on.
is Jason. There is Sue.
Uh huh.
You're not engaging with them.
Well, none of them are talking to me with the animation that you are, so this makes good hits for us. So, so what do you think about it? Is this your first time in the train line, or you've done some of it before?
Well, first of all, we were just told. I was so excited to walk with these beautiful people.
Oh boy.
And you know, I expected to walk on a very different surface, as one can see from my attire. And then we were told that we probably could take a dip.
Yeah. You can still take a dip.
I didn't realize that we were going to be doing the Swiss Family Robinson today.
Oh, you didn't realize that?
No.
So you didn't see the
You
map
must
that
give
I
better
took time
guidance.
meticulously to draw out and show you what we'd be going, and where we'd be going on the rough terrain.
My area is not maps.
Oh, your area's not maps?
No,
Oh, okay.
that's my beloved.
So you didn't show your beloved the map then, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? So you're trying to tell me you did not know you were going over rough terrain today?
No, I did not.
Okay, well, let's go on then. How are you enjoying this terrain?
I'm loving it.
You having a good time? Oh, beautiful. Jason, how's it makeable for you so far? Good and thing?
Oh, it's good.
All right, perfect, man. Absolutely perfect.
It's good to be out in nature.
Man, it is beautiful for sure. Mark, you good?
Yes.
I understand you're the map person that she did not show the map to. If not, she would have known the terrain we were going over. Shame on you.
You gotta be everybody. You can't be all of them.
Yeah. All right. So here we're going to walk away from Joy now because she's beginning to get hostile. So you're going to walk away from her and take a path further on as we. It's so much fun. All right. So here they come. All right. So again, all of this would have had soil and rock under it. All of this here would have been well into soil and stuff as you're seeing here, but all this would have gone off. You can actually see the kind of decaying along the cliff edge. Just the way we keep telling you when you're walking on the cliffs in Barbados, be very careful. It's not only the coral that can break off, but all these areas here are extremely loose, and you can find areas that are actually under the grass that have no foundation under whatsoever, and you'll stand on the grass and go right through. So you have to be really, really careful up here. You can pretty much see how the sea grape roots are here. They're trying to hold the land, but it's not really too successful, unfortunately. All right, so onward we shall go. Sand, finally. So, this, I'm going to give you all a 20 second stop here. It's known as the Journey 246 Scenic Photo Stop. Here we go.
No sarcasm.
Just stunning. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful terrain. Absolutely breathtaking. So one of the harder parts is from Congo Bay, which we're going to, around the point to Martin's Bay, and then the next step is towards the wall. But we're just gonna put it on. Okay? Alright, so we're going again. Oh, I can pick you up from Basham if you want. That's not a problem. I gotta check out and see where my girl is. Watch your routes, guys. Yep. Alright, so this morning we're actually having a beautiful walk with some very close friends. People are on journeys similar to ours. Journeys of bringing love and kindness and happiness to those around them and helping in any format or any way that they can. So that's basically the group that we're with this morning. We have Joy with Mark. Of course, you all know about them already. They have some great videos and stuff. They do something similar journey, but different to what we do. We do a step-by-step. Peace, brother. Okay, hold on a minute. Don't move the camera. I actually say I can see myself in it. I'm looking pretty good.
Can, yes,
yeah, that's nice. I like that. I like that reverse camera thing. I need to get one of those, but I can look at myself all day long when I'm streaming. That's beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so the actual signal, the one for the tower, is on top of the cliffs up here. If you've ever been to Ocean Acres, that tower is where Ocean Acres is, as you can see up there. We've been down here in bad weather conditions, adverse weather conditions, of where there was no signal, even although the tower was there. I mean, like stormy conditions. If you have been around with us for a long time walking, you would know that we've been out in thunderstorms. We've actually been on a tropical storm, and then we went out in a hurricane. Well, they said at least was a hurricane, and that's what we went out in. We did not actually see the strongest winds. We went out just before, and then we went back out just after. But that's what we used to do. Now we've sort of like reserved back a little bit, mainly because of the signal strength around the island, or the bandwidth around the island is terrible. So these are kind of slippages you got to be careful of on this course, because and you can find grass going over the roots with nothing under them, so you got to be really careful when you're walking out here. But talk about beautiful nature's beauty. I'll walk for a second with you and let you hear what out here is like, so you can actually absorb the serenity and the peace that we are enjoying right now and submerge ourselves in. Here we go. Remember, we talked with the manchineel tree. More manchineel here again. So if it's raining, you do not want to be underneath these here. You certainly don't want to lean up on them. You don't want to break a piece of the bark if it's laying across the path. Don't touch your berries. Manchineel, the most dangerous tree in the world. You can check that on Google. It's not according to Nick's search engine. It's according to Google and Bing and all the others as well. Nick's search engine will only give you the correct information. So if anything else, Google or anybody else tells you anything different, please call them or write them a letter of complaint, because they're absolutely not accurate. I'm the only accurate person around. I don't make mistakes, and I only tell the truth. Don't fabricate lies or anything like that there at all. I gotta move away from them though, because she's bad talking me. I don't want you all to hear what she's saying, so we're moving away. So more beautiful areas just to hang out and stuff and relax. You know, I've been out here quite a few times, and I've actually sat out here for hours on end just taking this all in. It's absolutely amazing. You know, usually when we walk here, I'm the only person. I don't ever really see anyone, maybe the occasional fisherman once in a blue moon. Alright, so here's another one of the kick train structures here. You can get a better look at it. This is one that's still remaining. I say that the support is actually still remaining, but as you can see, this is the problem here. What can happen is water will come under here and eat out all underneath the actual foundation itself, and then it will drop through off the roots after a period of time with rain and things. So you've got to be real careful when you're walking these paths for sure, especially stepping close to the cliff. But everybody's good behind. Yeah, this is one of the railway supports again. So it would have come across here, then gone out over the area that's no longer land. But this is a nice thing. You can get a photo and do some work with it here, Mark. This is really beautiful looking into the light. So these go from here. You'll find these all along the east coast. As again, this is where the railway would have run over originally. This is one that's remaining. So this is not actually in the water area itself, whereas the other ones would have been. Trekkers, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me make sure. Jeanette, you get up in the bar. Everybody get in the bar. I can't see you all down there. There's so many of you. You all are okay? Okay. Just checking. Alright, so this is one section here that's going to be quite interesting to watch Jason come down and deal with. This, I would say, would probably be one of the more challenging sections for him. Again, today we're going to be highlighting, we're not focusing on Jason because it's prosthesis, we're focusing on Jason to show you that if you have challenges in life, there's no reason for you to stay home or to smother yourself or give up. Enjoy life. Find what you can do and work within your limitations and enjoy yourself. So they're stuck somewhere behind there, which I know they'll be fine. All just taking some pictures and stuff. But you can see how many trees are just dropping off here like crazy, you know? It's madness. Yep. So here again, another reason why we say do not come out here any wet, because this will be very slippery and stuff as you're coming out here. You ready? This is where we start to get a little more active. I hope you all saw that. I will make sure and freeze that for a second when I get back on the video. Make sure you can see it. I will highlight. Check Joy's expression at. She's our animated person today, and I love it because she's giving us some thrills and chills and fun. Down here we haven't had a lot of rain recently. We had some a few weeks back, but not recently. You could see the dryness of under here. It's usually a lot more lush, although there's overhead growth. There's still stuff that grows below it. So normally it's a lot thicker than this. Normally when we walk through here, you would not be able to see, because of the lack of foliage and stuff, you would not be able to really see some of these areas, but we're able to see them right now because everything is thinned completely out. This is one of the most noticeable areas of decay. Oh, interesting. Someone has put up some tape. This is an enhancement since we were here last time. I'm not sure why they put that up there, but we are going to go around it anyhow. We're going to follow suit because it may just have dropped off. We look at it from the other side, but this is a new enhancement. Last time we came through here, I walked through this way. I think it may be. It may be. I'm going to check it out and let you know though. Alright, so I'll see. If not, we'll go around that way. Alright, so this is probably done merely because of this section here. You can see the 45-degree angle. You can see if it was wet, what would happen. You can see all this section slipping out. So they determined this is an unsafe area to come across hiking. You can actually see how bad the canter is here and stuff. So yeah, it's just because of the canter, I think, and because of wetness, and there's no really to hold on. So they've cautioned off this section, but we can go around there and come around for sure. Or you can run over here if you want. I will go over here, but I won't want to bring some of the others over here. Yeah, for sure. All right, so this is all right, so it's just the angle of it over there, and it's on open face mud and stuff, so I guess it's just a safety element in case of slippage. But we can go this way though. Okay. We're not giving up, Joy. We're not turning back.
That's good. I'm happy with that.
I know you're enjoying this.
Someone's put a ribbon there again anyway.
Oh yeah, no, these ribbons are for different hiking paths and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they have some that go straight up into the hills from here, so it depends on what color you're following as to what route you're doing. So that is one section that 6 months ago we would have come over. As I said, we could have done it just now, but the angle on it with the leaves and also with moisture and stuff would be extremely dangerous for most people coming across there. Not me, because I'm an Olympian, and I would have actually jumped. I would have jumped the entire way across there. Yeah, I noticed you brought your hat to watch for the overhang and stuff. You took my suggestion well.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I was just checking. You brought your water too? Yeah. Okay, beautiful, wonderful. Action. All right, so you just got to be careful.
Brownie points.
I will give you brownie points for sure. Yes. I now see why you were late getting all that stock and stuff this morning.
Oh my gosh, that had nothing to do with it.
Oh, that had nothing to do with it? You were just being late, period?
No.
Oh, okay.
I am not having that.
Oh my goodness. So, I would like to edit this here, take out all of her excuses. But as you know, we don't edit. We do real time. We're not gonna edit, so that's where we would have come across. You can see the slip off area there. Yeah.
Can you smell the oil?
That's not the oil.
What is it?
That's sargassum beginning to go down.
That's sargassum?
Yeah, beginning to decay.
It smells like a...
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, you wait another few weeks time out here is not be so sweet to smell. You can walk out here in another 2 weeks without deodorant on and no one would know.
He's obviously tested it and tried it.
Cheap. I usually carry a bag of sargassum with me. Cuts on the costly supermarket. Yeah.
Look at that gold over there.
Is this not? Yeah. Is that not beautiful? Absolutely stunning. So if you're ever doing a video out here, you will notice that this area has in a really good signal. But as soon as you start going under the bend over there by where you're seeing all the chalk, your signal completely goes again. So we've done some lives down here, and that's the main reason why we've done all these areas in 4K as well, so that you can get the real true quality of it and experience of it. Everybody's good? Jesse, keeping up a good pace, buddy. All right, so we did say we're coming into the most challenging section, which we have come into. Not too much more till we get to Congo Bay. We're just getting down to the end of this bay here. You can see some of these support bridges and stuff. If you want to see the footage between where we are or anywhere out here, we have them up there in 4K resolution in a playlist on YouTube called The Hidden Beaches and Treasures of Barbados. This is one of Jeanette's pet projects that we've been working on. We have quite a few videos up there, and we have a massive archives of ones we have not put up yet that we've been working on for the last 6 months or so. So there's another one of the drain areas. We get a lot of rain in the Bath section. All the hills will be draining off water onto the beach section. Notice all the river banks and stuff have been cut back over time, so you can understand a lot of water will be coming through this general area. They've actually had to gable it. Remember, these are all man-filled. The cages are first of all meshed together, and then these are hand-packed. So all these will be packed by hand. And majority of these stones that are here would have been taken off of the beach itself to create these gables. So that's the one good benefit of having these stones for sure. Let me show them. Oh, wait. Jeanette's playing some music though. Well. Jeanette, you dancing in the back? Music, man, music. I love it. Jason, how are you holding up, brother?
Holding up good.
You good? Man, lovely man. You're showing some serious motivation for a lot of people, and that's what we are trying to do. We're trying to motivate people not only through spirituality but also through determination as well, you know?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're rushing me?
No, I'm saying we need to get more people.
Oh yeah.
Country moving.
Yeah, for sure. We got to get more people on these walks out here. This is a perfect example of how you can do it. The hardest part of this journey is coming up now, next couple of 100 yards. We've had it fairly easy, but this part over here can be very slippery because of the angle, and also we have to go down onto the beach and depending on sargassum, so you'll see how that goes. We haven't walked out here for about 6 months, I mentioned before. We have been out here and we've seen fishermen sitting on these rocks, hence the PVC tubing in the rock is so they can put their actual rods in them and leave them, or have multiple rods and fish at the same time without the fear of a fish pulling away any of their tackle and stuff. So you find them, especially over on the, we're taking southeast, right around to the northwest of the island, you'll find a lot of them on the cliffs itself. A very popular way of fishing always with multiple rods. Quite amazing, isn't it? Beautiful, just beautiful. They're for fishing rods.
Okay.
Yeah, they're PVC tubing, they're buried in the rock, so they can put up multiple rods, or they can move away from the rods and have drinks or whatever, and they come back in and catch, you know?
Nice.
Yeah. Nice, man. Nice to see you guys are there. Just watch your heads, guys. Let me just pass back through the whole trail. Everybody's easy and relaxed and obviously taking in the beauty. I love to see people that are really appreciating what they're walking through. I love that. I love it a lot. All right. So again, more Manchineel in front of us. Sea grape bush, of course. Sea grape bush. We're not going to change that. And then Manchineel. We talked with them already. Please take note of what the Manchineel is like. There are a lot of Manchineel trees in Barbados that no one has any red rings around them, so you need to make sure you know what the Manchineel is. You don't want to be sheltering under these. Remember, just have a look at it online and see exactly what you're dealing with. Alright, so we're actually going to what can be a riverbed depending on these rain conditions and stuff. I've been through here, seen it flowing, and I think we had to skip and pretty much jump over this. But the challenge here are the leaves on this dry soil. So just be careful on this here for me. Just come down here gently, right guys? Because these leaves can throw you down quite easy on this soil. And this, I would say, would be probably the most challenging section for anyone. It's on this walk, this section of the walk. They said this is a pretty nice area. This is one of the easier ones. As I said, only one easier than necessarily Glen Burnie to Tent Bay. I would consider it as being easier. Now, when you're going across here, you can get across this. Take your time because the rocks have sargassum. There are a lot of rocks and boulders here where sargassum is settled in. So when you're stepping, just carefully cushion first, okay? Guys, just be careful when you're going across the sargassum because it could be on top of some rocks that you could sit through. So just be careful. They're not big cliffs or anything. Yes. Down here is going to start to smell so badly shortly because this is not going to move anywhere in a hurry. Yeah, just be careful and take your time. You good? Everybody's okay? Alright, watch Jason. So just take your time when you're coming across sargassum, grass or anything you can't see under it. Take your time because this is matted on top of boulders So you can actually go down quite a few feet if you're not careful out there. Would you all like me to lift you all across there, or you all can make this? You all are okay? All right. I can bring you all at one time or individually. I can lift everybody one time if you want. Okay, let's go on. All right, so Jason has made it through. You've seen, just take your time. You can see how spongy it is. You can see how deep some of your shoes are going in it and stuff. So, oh, you're rushing me. Oh, all of a sudden she's rushing me. Okay. All right, so I would say that's probably the toughest part of here. If that's wet, that's a serious hill. Well done, brother, well done. Now we're looking into the sun, but you can take in how beautiful out here is. And as you can see, the others are coming through gently and easily. Good stuff, let's make sure everybody's safe. These are things that I'm talking to you about. You can clearly see how under here has been evened out. You can also see that they would have had some growth across here before the last part had gone. So you have to be careful on the cliffs for these kind of things, because this could be covered with grass, you would not see it. And as an ankle breaker, as you can clearly see as well. So just be very, very wary. Heavy, heavy sargassum in this area today. Still beautiful. Still a beautiful area for sure. All right, up we shall go again. Let's make sure everybody's good. Everybody's fine? Super stuff. All right. The only way to find this kind of serenity on this kind of piece is in these kind of areas. Not you can't find it all over, because we have reset buttons all over the island. Depends on where we're going as to how we would reset. But this is one place that you'll find some serenity that you won't find in most places. What is this you're listening to?
Gilligan's Island.
Oh, Gilligan's Island. Oh, that's so funny. As you can see, we have a comic amongst us as always. Everybody making their way up. So proud of Jason on his walking and stuff, because to be honest with you, I myself personally never thought that someone with prosthesis could walk on these areas. To be real honest with you, I did not know, but as you know, he's one determined young fella. Big plans, helping a lot of people in this island, and not only this island, all over the world, because people are seeing what he's doing, giving them the motivation and determination to continue with their progress going forward and not losing track of what they're doing. All right, another fallen tree since we were here 6 months ago. This is the casuarinas. You're finding this around the island. A lot of places like Accra and things have seen some falling. We actually had a car that was pinned under a casuarina tree a few years back at Accra Beach, at Rockley Beach. That was pretty dread. That came down, there was no one in it, thank God, at the time. But the casuarina has a problem, and they get brittle and fragile. There can be a serious problem. Just be careful, this is an ankle, okay? So just taking little cautionary measures. Be wary of this kind of wood. It looks rotten, but it's not rotten. This will stick you like a spear. Just make sure everybody has to be careful there. So this is a sort of like an introduction for everyone here to this, to see how people are handling, how everyone can handle this, and then same group, hopefully we'll be able to get another day and do another section, and we'll be able to cover different sections of the island for you. Remember, if you want to join us, please let us know, give us your information, so that if we're doing something like this, we can send you the info the night before. Remember, we are not going to disclose where we are publicly, only to the individuals that may contact us, and it's only because we're out in very remote areas a lot of the time before the sun is up sometimes. So we want to make sure and keep the security measures up as high as possible. Just to be careful, not that anything is going to happen, but we don't want people to know where we are for the next hour before we actually are there. We'd rather do it after. But really beautiful out here, absolutely beautiful. These paths that we're currently walking on, this one here has always been here, but we've had many that were on the actual, close to the actual coastline. But because of the decaying of the land in front where you see and stuff, you can see how one area was cordoned off with caution tape. This may not look like any kind of challenge. You may say, this is a small hill neck, but trust me, when this is wet, this is clay. By the time you've got to this location here, all your tracks on your 4x4s or 2x2s are full. So if it is rainy conditions, when you're going up here, it's like walking up on banana peels the whole way up. This is clay. This is not just only mud, it's a mixture of mud and clay. So you'll be actually sliding around here quite crazy. All different varying paths. We're going to take this inside one here now. This is going to go down through a little section that sometimes has water. I don't think it has water right now. It's too dry for water, so we're going to take the lower walk. If you want to come and start any of your walks from here, or if you're in the afternoon, you want to walk with the sun behind you as we are now in the morning, you can come to the Three Crosses, which is just up the hill up here. Right now there are diversions going on around between here and Newcastle, so you might not be able to pass all the roads, but you just check for the diversion information, because just up here you can park at the top of the hill and walk down a track down to this point and walk in either direction, either to Martins Bay or back to Bath. Remember, this hill is a very steep hill though, so when you come down it, do not be fooled by it. It's very, very steep, so leave some energy in the tank for going back up. If you check our videos, you will see we've come down there, a few of them. We've come down and gone up. You will see how steep it is and how challenging it can be, especially after doing an hour or 2 hours on the track as well. We're just going to stop here and muster up everyone. You enjoying out here? Mm-hmm. Did you know it was like this? How does it feel compared to like when you see it in a video? How does it feel to actually be here?
It's so different.
Yeah, a little humid out here too though.
A little bit.
Yeah, but quite beautiful, right? Nature is gorgeous. All right, so we have Joy and them about to take the shortcut. They've seen us now though. They're coming. Here they come. Beautiful. All right, and we'll go on. So as you saw, there are varying tracks going around, and the wet conditions where we're walking right now, very, very challenging, especially in the dip that we're coming up in a few minutes time. So you'll find people taking a slightly higher ridge and walking around if it's wet. We explained to you about the wetness already. Look at the angles over here. Imagine stepping on this here with mud and clay mixed up, especially when it's really wet, how you would easily go down here. The angles, just to show you the angles of it itself, it's not flat turf. You're doing a 45-degree angle here approximately. So when it's wet, you will be slip sliding on a way. Beautiful though, absolutely beautiful. All right, so the road runs up behind this bush. We're going to show you in a minute. You'll see it coming down here in a car track. I've driven down here numerous times over the years, not for about the last 5 years, I would say. Every time I've come down, recently I've been walking, but you can actually drive down here. You have to have a lot diff vehicle, because if you try to come down here without lot diff, you might get down, but you will not get back up. So you got to make sure you have a true 4x4, not a 4x4, a true lock off 4x4 if you're coming down here. But absolutely stunning. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I will not go too much further. Just want to take them through this section here, come on the other side, and then we'll stop by the waterway over there, and then we can make our way back, because I don't think they will go too much further than this. Again, this is not the way that will be used. Sometimes there are cows down in here, and if there is rain, this can be a challenging section as well to go down through. So this is not always used. There is a skirting path that goes just over on the left hand side that you can always take if you prefer. If it is raining, do not come down in here. Not recommended to come through this section. As you can see, the angle is very steep. You can see the clay that's mixed up in it, hence the color of the soil. You can also see there are loose leaves on top, so you have to be extremely careful, and you can also see a little ravine down in here as well. But this is the way I want to take them, and then we can always come back and show. Here they go. Let's watch them as they're walking. We have the in front and behind photo for you. It's beautiful, isn't it? Quite amazing.
Really cool.
Yeah. We're gonna get an insight from everyone as to what they think about it when we make our way up. Sweetheart.
Yeah.
Look here, let me catch you. Hello, you're not looking? You're tired? A little tired? I know you woke up rough this morning, hard night. Alright, so just be very careful going down here. Let me help everybody out that needs help going down here. Step sideways. Thank you. We're not going too much further. Yeah. Are you okay with this, sir?
Sideways.
Alright, let's put out a hand. Everybody good?
How about you put
Okay,
out your
cool.
hand? How am I going to
Okay.
help him?
Alright, so I just brought them through this little bit of a terrain here, so that you see again how it's been handled. Jason, thank you for putting on this demonstration for us today, brother. Yeah.
A little bit sweaty, but
Man, that happens. That happens. Imagine if I brought you here at 2 o'clock, what it would be like. Jeez. Different story completely. Alright, so we're not going to go too much further. We're just going to go over here to the last waterway, and where we can see the ocean again, and then we will stop. Check that big bumblebee. Yeah, big bumblebee. So a little pass, depending on the time of year you come, as to how heavy out here is being walked on. Check him again, nectar of the plant. Jeez. Let me show you what he was doing just now. I'll show you now. Alright, so I'm going to pick this here, although I really don't like to pick flowers like that. Alright, push down on that point part sticking up there and see what happens. Just push down that little piece there.
Where?
That little piece that's sticking out.
This?
Yeah, pull it down gently.
Pull it?
Pull it down gently, yeah.
Pull it down?
Yeah. Pull
or
it down.
push it down?
Well, either one you want to do. Pull it or push it.
Pulling is this way.
Okay,
pushing
push it.
is
Alright,
that
you
way.
push it down then. You push it down. You see how the pollen comes up from the middle? That's why the bees are going on it. So as they sit on that, that pollen comes up and then it cross-pollinates with other plants and stuff around the area. So that's why you will find a lot of them around here. You'll also find a lot of cobwebs. So if you're coming down here, and especially if you're coming down and you see track that's not well cut back or anything, because sometimes it's not this well cut back, just bring a twig with you or something and beat the spider webs off. There's no dangerous spiders as in spiders that will kill you, but there are some serious spiders over here. Right, let's get over here and take the picture of our convoy coming through behind us. Here they come. Beautiful. Absolutely awesome. They're going to want to know if you actually go on the right track now. Watch them. So we want to stop here or you want to go a little further?
Well, what's a little further?
About 100 yards.
I don't think I want to walk through there.
Oh, it's beautiful out here. Come on. Alright, so I'm going to make them come because she's looking to shark out, but I want to take her to this point. So the next thing that we do down here, we can walk the same way. I see Jason come in. Jason is showing how you can lead the way. They're a little bit skeptical. Alright, so in the distance behind Jason, you'll see the track that's coming down. That comes down from the 3 crosses. So if you want to start this walk rather than come from Bath or from Martins Bay, you want to do a direction, either one, you can start up with the 3 crosses, descend that track that comes down there and start. But as I said, it is a very steep hill going back up. So whichever way you're walking, just remember that you have to go back the same way unless you have a car waiting on you at your ending point. Again, little tracks that go down to the beach and stuff, that go through the bush that actually go down onto the beach itself, depending on what time of year you come through here as to how well they're trodden on. Summertime, you'll find a lot of camps, school camps and summer activities, recreational activities. You'll find a lot of them groups coming through these areas as well. I saw a mongoose run across there. I don't think we picked it up in time. But this is another waterway for the same flow of water coming from the hills, up in the Bath Hills and St. John Hills, stuff up, not quite Hackton's Cliff, that's a little further on, but general cliff area up there will bring water all in this direction here to the sea. So these are all flowing rivers. Like whenever we have heavy rain, these will all be flowing. I have been through here a couple of times when it was wet, but it was extremely unpleasant. Not something that I would do again for sure. Both times are in different directions, but although it was not pouring rain, it was raining a couple of days before. Very, very tedious and tricky conditions to go on. Again, same leaf situation here, but all the path from here down is similar to this here, as you will see in our vlogs. This is where we're going to stop now. Just want to get an official turnaround point, somewhere that we can look at the last piece of archway and stuff, and also show you how dry down here is, because at the moment there's no water running, and as you know, majority of the time there is some water that's coming down here, even if it's just a small trickle. Beautiful. Alright, so if you want to see the rest of the train line and you don't want to do it yourself, or you're not able to do it, or you can't get here in Barbados to do it, you can have a look at our Hidden Beaches and Treasures playlist. We have done Bath Beach to as far down as Glenburnie. We haven't done it. We're going to stop in this general area here, so... Oh-ho! Am I missing footage? Am I missing rare footage? Yeah. Oh my goodness! So I've been down here with this running like rivers. Well, a very, very heavy rainfall and stuff, all the water from the hills comes on. It doesn't last so long because there's no natural spring directly above here. So it's pretty dry right now anyhow. There may be pothole spring when you get some water in this general direction. Let's see what's going on up here though. Like I missed some action just now though. I'm a little bit disappointed in that when you hear those hollers and hoots and hollers. Let's watch and see. So what fun did I miss just now when I heard the calls?
Well, we were kind of way behind, and we decided we better sound off. And
The good sound off.
know we're still alive.
Good sound off. Good sound off. We hear you. We know you're here. There you go.
We got caught by a spider.
A spider?
Oh, no.
That was a spider?
An amazing
And Jason's found a snake.
A snake, yeah. Is that the one without the head? I took the head off earlier on and I have it take home to cook for lunch. Yeah, that one? Okay. Okay, you're welcome, you're welcome. I always take care of my friends. Yeah, no, we're stopping here. We're not going to continue walk any further at this present time because from here to Martins Bay, same duration again or longer. And it's actually it's trickier because you're closer to the edge and a much narrower line to walk on. So we just want to try this out today, see if everybody got through this and enjoyed it and stuff. And then what we can do is do some photos and then on the way back up. But I want to get one just through walking basically. It's quite beautiful, huh? From here, most of the way is through this kind of overgrowth and stuff. A lot of areas you actually walk like for long periods where you're through the bush and things. It's quite beautiful. Yeah. You looking comfortable, man. You definitely is a Beijing. Sit anywhere at all.
Yes.
So, what are your impressions as this is your first time on this section of the island?
It's amazing, beautiful.
Was it worth getting up this morning?
Absolutely, I would do it again.
Beautiful. So,
Yeah.
I would just mention that what we can do is we can do this in some sections. So, hopefully, I can get the foot draggers to get up early another morning,
Yeah.
and they will be able to join us on. Yeah. So I hope we can get those 2 foot draggers there up another morning. Because the godmother, I'm sure, will join us, and I know Jason and True up for it. Beautiful. All right, so as I said, beyond here it gets more dense and stuff, a lot more overgrowth and a few more of the valleys and dips where water will come through. So I thought it's a good point to stop it right now.
The only thing I didn't like was going through the sargassum.
That's what
What's sargassum? What's sargassum? I didn't say sargassum.
You
went through sargassum?
Yeah.
It was the
No.
flies.
It was the flies.
You mean those little bugs in the sargassum? Well. I didn't even notice them today, to tell you the truth. Come down here in another couple of weeks and smell them though, let me tell you, horrible. Alright, so Jason, give me some inspiration here for some folks to come and do this walk. Let me get above here where you don't put your light in your face kind of thing. So tell me about how it has been to make this trek.
Well, back when I was a kid, I grew up on the Hudson River, so there were all kinds of cliffs and walkways similar to this. And that's where I learned how to run with the kids and the neighbors and just learn how to walk and just be a kid.
Nice, man. So it wasn't too challenging for you today, or was it challenging? Like, how would you rate it as in a 1 to 5?
1 to 5 being extreme?
Yeah.
3. Maybe a 3.
All right.
Yeah.
So, but if out here was wet, you would understand where it'd be a 5 because the angles and the mud and stuff we were on.
Yeah.
All right. So for you, you can recommend that most people, if they're generally fit, would be able to make this here even with the prosthesis.
See, I don't know how to rate that, but if I was along to help, of course. But I wouldn't just send them out on their own on this. But yeah, they could do it. I mean, I could do it. It's fine.
Yeah, you're pretty experienced in what you're doing, and you also know the technology you have on you as well. So you've got everything covered in that way. But I really appreciate you coming out, and I'm glad we were able to get the footage because I'm sure there's some people that will see this here that will realize that their limp is not really a reason not to enjoy this here. Just take their time, you know. Thanks very much.
That's what it is about. Take your time. Check out the terrain. You can do it. Maybe you need a stick, a walking stick, which I had in the beginning of the hike. And just do what you got to do. It's all up here. It's not down there.
Right.
So if you can figure that out, you'll be much better off.
I appreciate that. Tell me how to contact you though, in case someone is watching this and wants to get a little more information on it, or maybe wants you to help them source, the right limb or whatever may be necessary.
It's pretty simple. You can find me on Facebook. It's Jason K. Green, like the color, no E. And we can do Messenger and do whatever and figure it out because that's where most of my following is.
Right.
On my Facebook page.
Okay.
I have a little bit of Instagram, but if you type in Jason K. Green, no E, you'll get my Instagram and my Facebook. So
wonderful.
Look through that.
Right. So you're open to people getting in contact with you, and you will help them in any way you can, direct them to whoever they need to go to, whatever.
Sure, I could follow you.
Okay.
And just reach out and we'll talk. I do some mentorship stuff too, so
nice.
We could we could grow from there and build a relationship and just make it happen.
You said it started up here in the brain. Basically, it starts with spirituality and the understanding and to accept what you have, but always be contented with what you have, and don't make or judge your life, set your standard on what other people have. What you have is what's important, and actually be contented with it. Brother, I appreciate the walk and everything. This won't be the first one. Thanks very much again for all the inspiration, man. So, Godmother, I came back to you again. Are you okay? I want to report for Trevor, Gittins, and everyone else to find out if you're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. My knee is holding up.
Yeah? No pains in it on this walk?
It has a little ache.
Right.
Because I haven't done a walk like this since last year.
Okay.
But I appreciate being out here because it's challenging me to get back out. I haven't been walking at all, really.
Well, I'm happy you joined us. You said you were going to do it, and then last time when I heard you talking about your knee and stuff, you said, Jeanette, man, she'll not be able to make it. And then this morning you said, okay, and I said, well, she's not making it. She probably just said, okay, if you location.
Okay, I'm coming.
You were here before anyone actually. You were one of the early ones, not like other people that were a little bit later, like myself. As I'm moving on to them, let me keep them with a smile and let me not get them aggro. So let me start. Let me start off with.
He was supposed to be at the queue the Thursday before last at 4, and he never got there till way after 5. But no worries about that, is it?
No worries about that.
No, because Beijing, you know.
Well, no, we've accepted that, and you have Beijing, your heritage as well. You were telling me. So this is why we waited 72 hours at South Bowl for you all to join us at the surfing competition.
72
3 full
hours.
days.
Now
we sat in the back of the truck waiting on you when you didn't turn up.
We had collaborations that we were working on.
Right. Okay.
So we weren't just wasting time. We were working on collaborations, which he knew.
I knew that.
You know what?
I didn't know that. They're ganging up on me. Do not. Just ignore
I know he's got nothing but love for us.
Yeah, I do have love for
Anyway,
you.
we got nothing
We
but love.
we would not sit around for 72 hours waiting on people unnecessarily if we didn't love them. And then go out walking with them next morning and they keep us again.
Keep up the energy.
There must be a place in Barbados that prints t-shirts. I'm going to get one with
Foot draggers? Well, we're going to get one for you. I get one foot on the front of our shirt, dragging with a line behind it. Yeah, we started the Foot Draggers Club.
I think that's a good club.
Nice.
That's what this walk is like.
Okay. Oh, you got taught, huh? Okay. All right. So this is Joy with Mark. Okay, and they right. You all have your all's own YouTube and stuff. Tell me a little bit about it as well, because we down here sharing love all over, and we want people to know there's love sharing everywhere.
Oh, thank you. Yes, we've done many videos on Barbados. Also, Cute in the Community.
Right.
If you go to that, you can see some of those on there.
Right. And you're doing a big project right now, I understand, on different parishes and stuff.
Yeah.
You want to elaborate now?
We're gathering. We're gathering. We're currently in St. Joseph, and we're looking to do all things St. Joseph. Show people that it's not just about Christchurch, Bridgetown, St. Michael. There's much more to this beautiful island. And if you see our videos and you're probably interested in going to Europe, Thailand, we've got so much on there. And you'll get some comedy as well, because we do show the funny sides of us.
I would never have known that. You all are so serious all the time.
Oh, we're very serious people.
Never smiling, never laughing. I wouldn't have realised that.
And on a serious note, something that we really want, that we really want to add to. We attended a meeting with our lovely Jason, and we are getting involved in an initiative for Barbados to preventative measures of diabetes. And it's very, very passionate for us. We just recently had a meeting with a vascular surgeon, and it has shed so much light into things that we can do for the better. Right. So we will be doing a lot more on that very, very shortly. I think it's something that needs to be shed light on. We've spoken to a few people here in Barbados, and they're shocked. They go, there is something, there really is a crisis?
Yes, there is a serious crisis in the island. I mean, we're all brought up on sugarcane and sucking everything sweet, and soft drinks, juices and stuff, and a lot of us don't realise. You know, for me, I don't eat anything healthy. I'm an unhealthy person. I don't like to eat anything healthy. Jeanette tries to get me healthy and drink healthy, but I don't. But yeah, so maybe that's why everybody says, boy, you real fat, boy. Anyhow, yeah, so I don't mind. That's Beijing. That's Beijing. You have to accept Beijings for being Beijings. You have to know when they're being rude, because it all do with how they say it.
Yes.
You know, we have many different sayings, like, you're a real RH, but you can say it as a joke, or you can say it as a serious thing. So it all depends on how you actually say it.
Royal Highness,
that's what I meant. RH, Royal Highness. Yeah, that's correct. Very good. I like that as well too. Yeah.
Many people, that's what you're doing.
Everybody will know she's making fun here. Obviously, she's a comedian as well. Don't we? Yeah. So, no, but we watch your adventures and stuff, especially in Thailand. I think we watch where you'd upgraded the vehicle. It was a Volkswagen or something, a Volkswagen van or something.
Oh,
you drove
yeah,
it?
the,
Or a Ford
the
van, I can't
Mercedes
remember.
Vito, we
Vito.
drove around
right.
Europe in it.
Yeah, good man. Good.
6,000
robot on the roof.
kilometers.
Oh, great, good stuff. Well, I'm glad to see. But what I'm especially glad to see is that we have people here from Canada. We have people here from England that are America. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
And everyone is looking in their own way to bring positiveness and beauty for this island. You know, that everywhere you turn, you're hearing nothing but negativity about this island. You know, and the thing about it is that I tell Jeanette, I said, you imagine that person just talk that vulgarity and stuff, and they've got 100,000 hits, and you know, why are we not getting it? And then Jeanette would say, remind me when Nicholas, because we are not promoting negativity.
No.
We're promoting positivity. A lot of people don't believe that is worth it. You know, so it's very important that we do that.
That it's not vulgarity, it's not about hatred, it's not about, there's a lot of AI stuff that we're seeing now that they're, you know, causing a lot of drama.
real and
right
what's
now.
not.
That's
when you
for
see
sure.
videos, do you?
For sure.
Once you're doing anything that is good and has love, even friends, family, I'm gonna say it, they don't want to see you in the ghetto, but they don't want to see you in the palace either.
Correct.
And if you're sharing love, they don't. It's hard for people to think, are they really that nice? Are
Yeah.
they really that
Yeah.
nice? They're looking. Sometimes I think people even want to see if they can,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But I think here you can feel nothing but love, and I think people need to feel that and share it more. This world will be a better place.
Well, you ripple. We call it the ripple of we call it the ripple of love. Our ripple of love is originating right here in Barbados, but it doesn't stop here. Everyone is actually a beacon that picks us up and shares it out. You know what I mean? When you all were coming to Barbados, you all were watching some of our vlogs and stuff.
Yes.
And I believe that most people that have seen us on vlogs think that they're not really like that. That has changed now because people are now realizing that we are like that. No matter whether we're in a camera, whether we're by ourselves, because for us to be positive and to move towards where we want to go, we have to be sincere because the person that we maybe want to deceive knows and sees everything. So we can't hide anything, you know?
Yeah. We were in Jordan's, what day this week? Wait, would it be Monday?
You usually remember your day to spend money. I hate the supermarket. I remember.
And there we are. Products are going through, and the lady keeps looking like this at me. She goes, "You look like that lady with the YouTube." I didn't say anything. We kept on talking. She said, "Lord, is you?
Yeah.
Is you?"
Beautiful. It's actually lovely.
And it is. So I could have been moody. I could, you know.
Yeah.
It's just you don't know who you're gonna run into, and if we can just make someone smile, share the love. Sometimes you don't know what someone's going through.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
I don't judge people anymore. I used to, and now I know. You don't know if they've had an argument. You don't know if someone cut them up when they were driving, had a bad parking experience.
Yeah.
People got things going on in their lives.
Absolutely. You know,
We choose to be happy.
I was relaying to Jason earlier this week about, you know, the journey I'm on. You're not supposed to judge. There's supposed to be no
Yes,
judgment
yeah.
whatsoever. Yet, 2 years ago when I first met Jason, I judged Jason. I told him that. I don't mind sharing it from my heart because our journey is honesty and integrity.
Yes.
So I had to share that with him, and it was absolutely beautiful to share it with him because although it came with a negative way it started, it showed him that from what he has done, his the drive that he's given me and the inspiration he's given me and the way I've seen him and the way he plays himself, that he's won me over, and that is a big thing. That doesn't normally happen too easy. Again, goosebumps, no legs, all passionate.
I think as well we have to share and shed the spotlight on his wonderful, wonderful partner Sue.
Absolutely,
Who
absolutely.
is I know that's his rock. They're
Yeah.
so ride or die for each other.
Yeah,
And
sure.
They're over there.
I'm
Sue,
going to go for
come
them in a
on.
second. But I actually was telling people where we were walking that you can have all the dreams and all the intentions of doing positive stuff, but you have to have a foundation. I mean, you all have seen, if you all watched from the very beginning, what we started with, Brian, 3 minute here, there, on every beach before COVID, so people can see the beaches and showing the beauty of Barbados. And then all of a sudden, 2.5 years ago, although we were loving people and spending time with people, 2.5 years ago, and I met Jeanette, our journey transformed immediately. That's why we rebranded. We came with a new logo to represent what we do. We're all about everyone's equality and happiness and love, and we want to help the world to go around. So, and we know you do that as well. So it's beautiful to be able to talk to you all about this morning.
Do that. It's going to
Yeah.
just keep growing and growing.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, so plans for tomorrow. Q in the community and proud.
Yes!
Okay, All my pro family, if you all see them,
What I say?
welcome them. Welcome them.
Anything is that nice, you gotta do it twice.
Only twice? Okay.
Well, if it's twice the pro.
All right, well,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Naughty?
You good?
Yes, please.
All right, so you ready for tomorrow night as well, too? You
Are you
coming?
kidding me?
You coming to St. Thomas tomorrow night?
Wait, what's
You know to
happening?
get there?
Yeah, but what's happening, St. Thomas?
What's happening in
You
St.
mean
Thomas?
Prout?
Where's Prout?
Oh, if you say
Is Prout in a different parish?
Hello. If you say
Which
Prout,
parish is Prout in?
I guess
St.
it's
Thomas.
St.
Okay, go on. Alright, we just heard about the foundation over here for Jason. Some of the foundation, so we're just going to come over. So, I know how important it is to have someone that truly believes in you. And I know how important it is to feel love the way you would give love. I never had that in my life before I met Jeannette. I used to give, which I will continue doing for the rest of my life giving. But it's so beautiful to be in a position to have someone that will give you back and that loves you for who you are, not for what you could do or what they may think you should become. You know, so kudos on what you've done. You know, Jason, I've seen the determination and stuff, and it wouldn't have happened unless you had a supportive partner. So thanks very much for what you're doing. Jason, you want to give a couple of words on that?
There is a special purpose each of us has in life, and our duty in life is to find that purpose. And my purpose through meeting Sue brought me here to fulfill my journey in life, which was to come here and to help the amputee community. And it's come full circle. And Nick and Jeanette, thank you for being a part of that circle, because it's an amazing amazing thing to have family, like real people, part of this mission and journey. And I couldn't have done it without this one right here.
I know the feeling.
It was actually her dad who we came down here to do a tribute for her father, and this was the place that Barbados was the place that he took the family every year.
Wow.
So I said, you know what? When he passed, I didn't get to tell him how much I loved his daughter. So I said, let's do a tribute. So we came to Barbados, and she showed me all the places that he loved. And in that mission, in that trip journey there, that's when people started commenting on my leg. So the light bulb kind of clicked, and I was like, what? Is there a need for that here? And then it just clicked from there, and everything built on itself. And it's been what, a year and a half, 2 years?
Beautiful.
Pushing
2 years.
Second mission trip here. Actually with the leg in mind, and getting legs for other people, and figuring out the mentorship side of living with a prosthetic.
Oh yes.
And that's a big thing. They can fit you with a prosthetic, but living with a prosthetic is a whole nother thing.
Well, you're living life. I mean, unless I look down at your left leg, I would never know that you have on, a limb, because to be honest with you, you move the same way. Like when you walked in Surfers Bay the first time I met you all, I did not even know until later on when you sat down and I looked down at your leg, because you moved around just as I do, a slight limp, but it's how we negotiate with it, you know. But you all are, today, the group that we have walking here is very, I think very important to display how much love is out here right now, and how many people out here have the desire to help others, and their journey is about giving, and if you receive, it's a blessing. Thanks very much on that, all right? Okay, beautiful. All right, so from all of these people, Foot Draggers Inc., we're going to call them that now, that'll be a new name of their webpage. From Jeannette, who everybody knows already is the most annoying person out here, to the person that's right down there called the Godmother. You all may not know her well, but have a look at some of her QAds. She actually twerks beautifully. And from this beautiful couple, we're going to say farewell to you all. We're at Congo Bay, and this is St. John. This is the first part of the hiker trail from Bath Beach, going as far down as Cattle Wash. Hopefully pick it up in other sections later on with you all as well. So you think you could take something a little more challenging maybe?
Oh yeah.
Okay, it's not really more difficult, just as it gets close to the edge. So you can just hold on the bush and stuff, but we can do it together. All right, beautiful, excellent.